Aloha, I'm ʻEkolu, and this is Ronson, and we're both a part of the final assembly team here at Kanileʻa. And today we're here to talk to you about care, how to take care of your newly found love, and how to make sure that it's going to be sounding the best and looking its best for years and years to come. So starting it off, Ronson, tell us about some of this.
Yeah, I guess the first thing, well, there's a few things we're going to cover today. One of them being humidification, the other one being polishing, care that way, and then strings, and something else that we're going to go over today. So I guess, yeah, we could start here with humidification. There's many different types of humidifiers to use for your ukulele. There's a lot of different methods you could use, but here we have a few simple ones. This is one, a very simple one. You just dip this green part. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera or not. I'm sure Ryan will take care of that one. But dip this green thing in water, make it wet, and there's instructions on the back, but it shows you stick inside this this black circle piece goes into the sound hole, and it just kind of sits in the ukulele in the case and regulates humidification that way.
It's easy.
Very easy.
Yeah.
Good for somebody on a budget. Long lasting. You probably do have to check it more often.
Yeah.
Making sure that it's moist and stuff like that. But yeah, another one. It's a little more pricey, but definitely works a lot better. I would say. This is from D'Addario, and I believe it's gel packets, right? And you stick it in the ukulele, and it's very easy to tell whether or not it's ready to change out or not, as it's gonna get hard and stiff. Just kind of like keeping it there like that. And comes with packets, and we also have the what's it called, refills here.
So I think with this one, you kind of slide it in an envelope and you just leave it in the case, or you put it in the instrument. But given the two, what would you recommend?
Well, I think if we live in Hawaii, we're pretty blessed to have weather that is perfect for wood instruments like this. But for a lot of our mainland fans, definitely something like that, because the weather in the mainland is so it changes a lot. Something we're not used to in Hawaii.
Right.
So definitely get this, especially when you have a Kanileʻa, it's a high-end piece, so you want to make sure that you're taking care of what you're spending your money on.
Right.
So,
and this is super important. We can't stress it enough. This keeping it humid, this humidifier pack, is super important, especially when you're traveling and you're encountering extreme temperatures. Because I've seen it firsthand, guys coming off the plane, and you just hear that popping, that cracking noise, and these instruments, they're already going through so much to be what it is, that I guess trying to make it as comfortable as it can, it's really going to help out, not just in the look but the sound, and you won't have to send your instrument back in for us to repair it, which is great for us. But moving on, we have some cleaning products. We have polish, wood polish, we have string cleaning, and we have lemon oil. So I always recommend that you polish your instrument. For me, at least every time I play, I wipe it down. This really gets it off if you don't clean it and it's kind of stuck on. You don't want to be super abrasive because the finish is really fine. So you just spray a little bit of this on and the wood cleans off really easily. With this one, lemon oil, this is what cleans the frets on the fretboard, like when it starts to turn green, or you'll notice sometimes there's shadows in like circle shapes of your finger, it just becomes all oily. This is really good to deep clean. You just spray this on the fretboard, it comes right back to life. I like to go with the frets first, and then I like to go up and down the fretboard. That's kind of how I do it. And then the string cleaning, this is for more of a everyday approach. This lemon oil you really want to do maybe like once a year, just depending on how often. Take all the strings off and give it that nice clean. This string cleaning is kind of like, I just want to have that new feel at the gig. You know, I wanna to feel newer, but not actually changing the strings out. Which brings us to our final point, and that's string changing.
String changing.
Yeah. So how often, Ronson,
Well,
would you change your
I
strings?
think it really depends on how often you play. You know, when I was using the ukulele pretty often, you know, on stage and stuff, I would probably change it every month or every couple months. What I would do, I could use this. I would run my finger underneath the string, and if I could feel a lot of indents from the frets where I would play a lot, then I would change it. Yeah. Or if I see like something near the bridge pin or something, you know, where if I see the string getting thin, you know, or you can even feel it when you're playing, you know, you can hear the tone.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Or with the low G, you know, if it's like if it's wound, and it's gonna sound really dull.
Yeah.
Right? Make your finger black.
Yeah. And another trick I kind of used playing ukulele was I changed the strings when they stopped going out of tune. You know, like when you first put new strings on, it's like you can't keep it in tune, and over time it gets easier to just, next thing you know, you barely got to turn your hand to get it up. And then after a while, it's like I didn't touch it in 2 weeks and it's still in tune. Like, that means you should change it, because that tension for me is what I notice keeps it nice and crisp.
Yeah.
So if like
Doesn't sound
you don't
floppy.
know what a dull string sounds like, try to play one that doesn't get out of tune ever, and then switch it, and then you'll hear an immediate difference. So it's another tip and trick that I use. But
Nice.
I think that's all we have for you today. And if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to us here at Kanileʻa Ukulele. Mahalo for watching. Everybody have a good playing.